I want to talk about some things that are making me happy. This isn't toxic positivity. This isn't anything like that, because in a very real way, I've been very not happy for a while. And the world is a very not happy place to be. These are the little things that keep me going. I wanted to talk about them. The first thing, the thing that made me want to do a video, the thing that has brought me a lot of joy over the last couple of weeks is Birria ramen. If you don't know, Birria is an amazing dish. I just completely lost my words. Birria is amazing. So it is something that I have had in a taco format, in like a fried taco quesadilla format, served a lot of different ways. A lot of times the tacos are served with consomme, and so it's like a very braised, tender. I think what I typically have is beef, although goat is a popular version as well. It's so good in like all the formats. But what I love is using the broth, the consomme that it comes with. I'll either buy like an order of it where it has the meat and the broth all put together, or if I order tacos, let's say I have an extra taco left over and the broth. I put the broth in a pot. I will add like the onions and cilantro and whatever comes with the meal in with the broth. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of the ramen seasoning packet. Sometimes I won't, and let that come to a boil and add like just basic top ramen, cheapest ramen noodles you can get into the pot, and have like this delicious bowl of ramen. I'm a green onion fiend. I will add green onions. Sometimes I make it more spicy, sometimes I make it less spicy. And another thing I've been adding to the ramen broth, or to the finished ramen, but it like melts into the broth, is peanut butter. Just a spoonful of peanut butter, and it makes it just a creamier broth. And especially if I've made it spicy, like it's like nutty and spicy and beefy. And the reason why, like, I love it for a lot of reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is that, like, where I've been living for the last going on 2 years, the Southeast Asian food, groceries, restaurants, all of that, they're not non-existent, but they are not worth the money to spend, because they are either, in my opinion, not good. They're not good. That's been a huge, like, I didn't realize this before I moved, how big of an issue. How sad. At least with this, I can get a little bit of something, get a bowl of ramen that feels a little more special without a bunch of home cooking, because that's one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things, buying like delivery, getting takeout, and then like using the bones of that to make something amazing, because like the cost that it is for me to buy like a large order of birria, to turn it into 2 or 3 meals that are all like amazing, is worth it compared to if I were to buy the meat and cook it myself. I love birria ramen. Whether you're in a location that has more limited access to Southeast Asian foods or not, I think it's worth trying. I think birria tacos are worth trying as it is, but I might like birria ramen more than No, I'm not gonna say that. They're on like an even playing field for me. Next thing that's on my list, and one of these days I might do like a whole video just on this, but for months now, for a good 6, 8, 10, 12 months, I have fallen deep in love with K-pop. In particular, Twice. You make me feel Twice. Twice.
everything alright 구름이 짝인 햇살 한 줌 없는 날 네가
Geo.
내 맘 끝까지 같아니 넌 그냥 날 안으면 달콤한 Set me free
Jonghyun.
모든 걸 걸어 risk it all 사랑 날 gonna fade out gonna set me free
Che.
마법에 걸려 밤을 새도 안 졸려
Nayeon.
모든 걸 걸어 risk it all 이 사랑 날 gonna fade out gonna set me free Sweep me 못 sab이 날 꼴라라 I'm talking you
I also love 17. I am a girl group girly though. I'm not a girly, but like I'm a girly. There's a lot of girl groups I really enjoy. Twice, Le Seraphim, Red Velvet,
모두 소리잖아 정말 문제야 fine
blanking, New Jeans,
너는 말야 He's only stepping in the system baby Oh my god yes on that I was really hoping that he will come through
also some of the boy groups, like I said, 17, Stray Kids, ATs, and it's not even just the poppiest of the pop that I really enjoy, but I'm very much I do listen to a lot of different genres of music. In a lot of ways, I'm not a music person. Like if I'm just sitting at home doing work or just hanging out, I would have like a video on, a show, a stream, more than just like music. But it's been really nice. I've been enjoying it while streaming. I do really love pop. The pop genre, and K-pop is no different. I also like a lot of like K-R&B and even some of the J-pop, R&B. And I think the point that I was trying to get to is that not only do I like a lot of different genres of music, but I am the kind of person where my media loves, I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10 come from my friends. I am not usually the first person to discover a musical artist or a book or a TV show or whatever. It's because a friend has said, oh my god, I can't stop watching this show, or we're gonna listen to this, or you know, like, have you read this? That's how I fell into K-pop. But not everything sticks as much as it has. So I know that like right now, or I think right now in like fashion, a lot of the like early 2000s kinds of fashion is like coming back, if I'm correct. So aesthetically, I find a lot of it very familiar. It makes me feel like I'm younger than I am, which it's whatever. I don't really care either way. But music-wise, a lot of it reminds me of like the pop that I love as like a young kid, teenager, young adult, like 2000s, early 2000s, late 90s, like pop. Some of it has some of that era R&B feel to it. So there's this like comfy nostalgia to it, even though it's new music for me. It's been a nice little hyperfixation, I guess. Let me tell you about a video game that has brought me just the most joy. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I love this game so much. So I've owned a Switch for about a year now, I feel like, maybe a little under a year. And when I picked it up, I bought a couple of games. And I had never played any Kirby game before, I don't think. But my dear friend, also Emily Eeyore, had played this on stream a couple of times, and I was like, it's so cute. And so when I was getting my Switch, she was like, hey, you should get Kirby, get Kirby, get Kirby. And because I listened to my friends, as I was talking about previously with media, I bought it. It took me almost a year to finally play it, and I started playing it on stream because I've been streaming over on Twitch. I started in September, but it's been a sporadic thing. When I got my Switch, I hadn't started streaming yet, but that was the plan, was to stream, and then like I realized I needed a capture card, and so it took a lot longer to start streaming Switch games. But now I have a capture card. The whole point I'm trying to say is that like I started playing this on stream and I beat the fucking boss a couple of days ago as of the time that I'm filming it. I beat it on stream. I beat it in the middle of a charity week stream, which was also amazing. Kirby is a fat icon. Kirby is an agender icon. Kirby is a cute icon. This game is cute and sweet and also trippy as fuck. The big boss, that whole experience was so trippy that I was like, sign me the fuck up. It's such a cute game. It's so fun.
Wow, that is really hard.
It's just hard enough,
You really think you can go all day long?
but still pretty easy.
Well, you always left me satisfied and smiling, so.
But just hard enough.
That's what she said.
Michael, please.
I'm a Nintendo kid, but I was in particular a Mario kid, and I feel like Kirby is actually, like, it really tapped into the kind of gameplay that I really enjoy.
Mwah!
Even more than the Mario game that I own. It's just, it's like comfort. It's just like, it's a warm hug. And like, mouthful mode is an actual mode in the game, and Kirby, Kerblorb, donut, I don't know, there's like all these different forms of Kirby that we tended to rename during streams. It's just such a cute game. Because I have been doing the streaming thing, I've been trying to play different games and figure out what kind of games that I really love and like grab me. And it's been a bit of a struggle, I have to say, but Kirby was not a struggle. I love it, and I loved every time I picked the game up to play, and I'm gonna keep playing it, and it brings me so much joy. If y'all have played Kirby in the Forgotten Land and you have any games that you would recommend that are comparable, or like that you think would be comparable, please let me know. Another food one. It's food adjacent, whatever. Fucking Trident, watermelon Trident gum. I am a watermelon candy whore. I love watermelon candy. I'm not super great with like very sour watermelon candy, so I oftentimes find that a lot of the options are more of like sour gummy kind of candies. This gum is like it's like tangy. It does that like make your mouth water thing. And the thing that I like that I have found kind of hard to find is like, I feel like maybe it's with Trident, but I feel like I've seen it with other brands. A lot of gum wants to do like fruit and mint. And I'm like, no, just give me the fruit. Just the fruit. And that's what this is. It's sandia, but that's watermelon. It's just a fruit flavor. It's not, fruit and mint. And it's just, so yummy. Oh my god, mouth noises. Another thing that is very much yes, I am autistic thing that's making me happy. It's a sensory discovery for me. I love the feeling of clothing on my body. How can I explain this? I mean, I grabbed this shirt to show you. So I've worn this shirt on camera a lot because I have a small wardrobe. But it's a very thin material, but it's this like comfy ribbed fabric, and it's a long sleeve shirt, and it hugs the body, but it's not constricting. So here's my thing is I'm not a cold weather person and neither is where I live, thankfully. So I don't have a lot of like long sleeve or even long pants. Like I truly don't own much clothes. When I moved here, I didn't bring a lot of my like blanket kind of hoodie. It was a mistake on my part. And so the longer that I have just been with a small wardrobe of clothes, the more I've realized I really enjoy like having clothes that are like, I guess it's like having a hug, wearing a hug. Like I have a ton of tank tops and I have some t-shirts and things like that. But like I will go back, I will put this shirt on all the time because there is something super comforting about like the full upper body hug it gives me without being like hot or like like without being thick. And I have a pair of sweatpants that I wear all the time as well because again it's that like sensory feeling of just like comfy fabric on my body. And a lot of times if I'm just sitting down like at my computer, I will also like have a comforter or blanket laying on me for, I guess, a similar thing. I don't know. It's just one of those like autistic sensory things that I've become a lot more aware of to try to like honor it and also like embrace it and think about it more as I maybe bring in new clothes or let go of clothes that don't serve me. So just a little thing. Let's talk about another music thing. Wick Whitney. Wick makes music on Instagram. He is...
If I die today, I'll be an excellent ghost. Best friends with Whoopi G and making pottery bowls.
Just a goddamn delight. His Instagram bio says Southern Gay Lo-Fi Bops. There's like multiple layers to it.
I broke my leg ice skating. Ain't that some gay ass shit?
I think he just makes really good, fun music.
As he goes. If he ain't done it before, then he gonna dip his toe.
Fun and also like well written, super witty. He like raps and sings.
Hell in my whip, driving on E cause you spent your last dime on some Snickers and some hemp sold by your lid. So brother,
he's Southern. He's also fat and like I just there's something about having his music and like his presence on Instagram in my life that brings me so much fucking joy. I know he has music on Spotify like out, but he's also been like releasing sneak peeks on Instagram. So
Weatherly's skipping the class, sharing a kiss under that magnolia tree.
But I just
somebody give me the remedy. I'm in the midst of an infamous innocence, lost in the middle of quarter life bliss. If you feeling me, feminine entity mixed with a little bitty bit of little rock gent.
There's just a comfort, but also like all these other feelings. It's hard to put into words. It's just it's very much just a fluttery like yay kind of thing.
That's a blessing of growing up fat. Had to be smart if you wanted to pack, and you gotta be funny, baby. Yeah, that shit's money, baby. Gotta have something to add.
I also have to say all of my lovely, weird, neurodivergent, disabled, queer internet families, like, who? I wouldn't be here without y'all. Like in many ways. Not only, you know, where I'm living, I'm in a situation where all of my friends and acquaintances are not anywhere close to me. So like, not only am I just a person of the internet a lot anyway, but like, especially the last couple years. And so there are discords that I'm a part of, which none of these they're not like my discords. I don't know, I just felt like I need to say that. They're not my discords, they're just ones that I've joined. And like with everything going on related to the clock app, it is scary and there's so much going on in my immediate world purview that is very, very scary. But yeah, I think especially Discord, I spend a lot of time on Discord. I'm just super thankful for the different groups that I'm a part of, whether they're gamer people, makeup people, just neurodivergent people, fat people, like so many different communities of people, and some of which overlap, and but that just mean a lot to me. So they're making me very happy in a time when happiness is really hard to find. I think there's 2 more things on the list. I have another food adjacent thing. I don't know. Somebody described these as like a 90s snack, I guess. I mean, they do feel nostalgic to me. Fucking fruit roll-ups. They're so fucking good. Fruit punch. Give me fruit punch flavored anything / everything. I wish I could just buy boxes of just fruit punch flavor. But these have the best like texture. It's different than like a fruit by the foot or other things. There's something about the texture of these and the flavor. Oh, you know what? I know. I saw somebody eat, I guess it was like a TikTok viral thing or whatever, where it was like fruit roll-ups with like sherbet inside, where you had like a little ice cream burrito kind of thing. I'm not interested in that because the cold sherbet makes the fruit roll-up crunchy, and the chewy pulley texture is like part of my enjoyment of it. The last thing we're going to talk about is actually makeup related. I was doing my makeup today, just a little something, and I was looking around like my chaotic table, and I realized that like a lot of the makeup that I use looks used. Like I have hit pan on liners in this palette. I've also hit pan on some of the liners in this water activated liner palette. I feel like my Blend Bunny Blends palette, like some of the shades have dips in them. Actually, a bunch of the shades I used today, like I use Zero Gravity. It has pan. I use Starburst. These are both from Terra Moons. And while it doesn't have pan, it does have like already kind of like a dip started from my use. I also used Electric, which also has a dip in it. Okay, so two things happened with this palette. Actually, let me zoom out. Multiple things happened. My Danessa Myricks Lightworks 3 palette. I know this came out over a year ago, but I have had it for about a year. In the course of the year, I've done a lot to it. Used a lot of the cream highlighter that looks like Terra Moon's Light Year. I hit pan in like 3 out of 4 of these highlighters. They're dug out a lot more than that because I am Chaos incarnate and made a custom like highlighter. It has all of the Danessa Myricks highlighter colors in it, along with some fucking glittery glitters. I was trying to aim for like a rainbow iridescent highlighter, but I instead got more of like a pinky highlighter with the glittery flecks that I actually wanted those. Yes, I did actually want a highlighter full of glitter, but I had already hit pan in like 2 or 3, all 3 of these, the Golden Eclipse, Strawberry Moon, and Spring Equinox. I also swapped out 2 of the shades for other shades that I would use instead. This has been used and abused and loved. Just like I'm using my makeup. I started on this is skincare, but I started on my 3rd tube of the Biore. I, am using my NYX concealer because there's some about makeup and stuff that like just being like, I fucking use this shit. Am I gonna like pan everything I own? Absolutely not. But I use this shit. Oh, I didn't even show you. I hit pan in Chimera, which is on my face today. So like I use my fucking makeup. And as somebody that is a artistic kind of person, as somebody that loves swatching and really like just getting in there with my fingers, I actually enjoy seeing my makeup being used, and I kind of enjoy it looking like it's been used and loved. So it's bringing me a lot of joy. I mean, even these Fenty lipsticks that oh my gosh, this peach one, I'm already down to that much product. Damn. How much does the pink one have? Oh no, wait, have I been putting the pink one on all day and it's actually the peach one? I have a hard time telling these two colors apart unless they are both out in front of me. Oh, I think I've been using the pink more than the peach. Huh, shocking. Anyway, as somebody that is struggling to both have the financial ability to buy makeup that I'm interested in and the access to makeup. So like there's a part of me that's very sad about those things. But at least I can find some joy about like, okay, but I do have stuff in my collection that I do really love and enjoy. I decided I would add one more last minute thing that's making me happy, and it is the fake piercing gem situation. And I think I especially love it because I really enjoy using my iridescent rhinestones. So I'm literally just over here like just vibing, just staring at the colors and stimming. Yeah, I also added more rhinestones since you have seen me last, so it made me think of that, and I was like, you know what? That's making me fucking happy. I think that's it. Those are things that are bringing me some kind of joy, things that make me happy in the ways that make sense or don't make sense. I mean, I don't really care if they make sense to other people, but I guess I do care because I'm talking to the internet about it. Don't forget to take care of yourself better today than you did yesterday, because you are worth it. Bye, friends.